a match that he's playing in.
Well, Goody's not here, but Beastie
No,
is,
he's
and he's
not.
also spawning in the top left corner of the map on Entomb Valley as our Orange Terran.
Yep, and below him it is QXC as the teal Terran, switching up the color once again.
And this is back on EU, so I mean, this is Empire Beastie's hometown, man. He's comfortable on the EU server, he's got the better ping as QXC's playing from NA, but see what happens.
In before 2 racks.
And it's funky too, because like, I definitely would not say by any means that there's been straight up build order wins that, you know, QXC or Beastie won because of this or that. It's been quite a bit of back and forth despite how, I guess, quick these games have been played compared to last week's show match.
Yep. Yeah, definitely. Let's see. Both players opting to wall off here. I'm kind of surprised that we're not seeing a CC first from either player.
And while I'm definitely a fan of Beastie, guys, I am rooting for QXC right now just so we can get some more matches played.
Yeah, that's what I want. I want this to go to 7 games regardless. And it does look like Beastie's sending out a very early scout. This could actually be the 2 racks. No, he's actually scouting with it. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a little bit late to try and go for that 2 racks.
Well, 12-14. You can like hear. I can't ping. Damn it. Like right here behind the rocks is a good place for a proxy because it's very rarely scouted by your opponent. And like Koreans do this all the time, just because it's metagaming on the map. It's a very expand prevalent, like CC first 1 racks FE map.
Beastie wanting into that base, go to town on Supply Depot.
Unfortunately, he will get denied. Staying there a little bit to try and damage the SCV. The Marine will be out soon, though. So Beastie, yeah, he does get out there. And he's cutting the depot. Most likely he'll cut Marine production after this solo to get that command center. Yeah.
Yeah, command center go down for Beastie already.
Bam.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm happy or sad that the dynamics of Terrans don't involve any super early scrappy fights like, you know, Zerg versus Zerg does. Because it's not quite so easy to have the Marine versus Marine slugfest because there's no banelings to even the playing field.
Yeah, I really missed the point where like every TVZ was a 2 racks. No, like I really liked, not because I enjoyed like watching the short games, but I really liked the dynamic of like those early game micro fights. But this was back when the maps were all short and imbalanced, so it's I'm not saying it's not right that the metagame changed. I'm just saying that I enjoyed it. And this is the first time that we've seen Beastie go for this double gas. Entomb Valley is a map that really gives to mech. So we most likely will see both players actually opting for it now. Filing this up here.
Yeah, factory coming down. Command center nearing completion.
Like, look at the timing on that. Beastie already has his orbital started, and it's already on the low ground. QXC is playing very safe this game. Kind of interesting. After getting all in that.
The Hellions he had a couple games ago on Whirlwind, they were just the best Hellions I think he's ever had in a TVT, and I think he's hoping to get that same result here in Entomb Valley.
Yeah.
But Beastie also going for that reactor early on. Probably not for Hellions, now the tech lab coming down on the factory, but I don't know, man. Marines got fried alive last time. I fear that may happen again.
That's the other thing I miss is Blue Flame Hellion like actually being good before the nerf. It was very enjoyable to watch like everything get destroyed by Blue Flame Hellions.
Well, their area of effect damage is already pretty massive, and as soon as you tack on that extra, what is it, +9, I believe, offhand? Let me look. Oh, +5 damage versus light units. It's just ridiculous.
It used to be +9.
Yeah, that's...
Was it +9 or +11? I think it was +9.
Something incredibly absurd, more so than 5. But still, I mean, +5 is a lot of damage.
Yeah, definitely.
And the question is, are we going to see Cloak out of this first? Nope, just going straight for a Raven. Ooh, interesting.
I like this. This is just... QXC is playing ridiculously defensive this series. All in all.
It's
Except for that one game on Ohana.
it's not your typical Terran game to have Ravens so frequently used, but I gotta say, you see the caliber of both these players by the fact that they both use Ravens, not just efficiently, but effectively.
Yeah, it's a huge gas tank. And while it does leave you open to get more mineral intensive units, and it's a pretty high tech unit that can be used in a lot of situations, it's difficult some games to make them work, and to make them actually be cost efficient. Beasty's actually quite oversaturated his main mineral
Beasty
line.
has a Viking coming down into QXC's base, and he has no anti-air at all, no Marines, just that bunker up front. And if he could snipe this Raven off this early, that would be huge.
Yeah. Beasty encroaching forward a little bit, trying to push back the Hellion contain of QXC. That's a nice scout, though, for Beasty. He does confirm that his opponent is going for mech, seeing 2 out of the 3 factories, and knows the fact that his siege mode is faster than his opponent's. I think that's what's making him trigger this push.
It's only just barely faster, though. I mean, last time he had a much larger advantage. You know, picking off that tech lab was huge, but moving out, he doesn't have a lot of home. These Hellions could get in and kill a lot of SCVs if not careful. QXC actually supply blocked right now, and Beasty is moving forward. Not barracks scouts at all.
Nice. Oh, QXC just barely does not have enough for a point defense drone though, and he might lose one of the Vikings.
Oh no, and he does, and he's got nothing to retaliate with, so he puts down auto turrets.
That's actually a pretty good choice, but the Hellions, I think he'd be able to clean these tanks up. The Marine count is pretty low.
I don't know,
Siege
man.
mode will be completing for him pretty soon. I mean, these siege tanks aren't in range of anything. He can buy time until siege mode completes.
Until that siege mode is up, though, he's kind of forced to just sit here with the 1 tank.
Yeah.
3 SCVs here waiting to just repair on it, but the Hellions move up and catch those Marines.
This is very nice control coming out of QXC so far.
And go to town on that bunker, but I mean, these are 3 tanks with very little to no support. QXC, if he just rallies his units up, can take care of this. Oh, but it's 1 tank trying to get repaired. SCV's just narrowly keeping it alive with the addition of that Marine DPS. Oh, actually, the other tanks are out of range of it, so that tank is going to live.
Beasty did pop down a mule there to try and repair it, but it did not drop in time, unfortunately.
And I just read chat. Apparently, we should have just averaged our guess for the Hellion.
Yeah.
Oh, looking at the natural here. Only one Marine in that bunker. These SCVs being pulled off the line, trying to defend, but oh god, these Hellions are going to get quite a few kills.
Beautiful decision making from QXC here.
The Viking actually being landed the best way to try and defend against this.
The SCV, the hero that gets the last kill.
15 workers picked off, though. That's pretty big.
And that changes things up. They were even for a long time there, and despite the fact that Beasty is just now completing his 3rd command center.
Oh, these Vikings are getting picked off. QXC with no more Vikings, he's going to lose the Raven. Oh no, he needs that air superiority. You cannot afford to scan every time you want to shoot at the tanks.
Yeah.
Vikings actually going to town on the barracks. I don't know, man. A QXC in a very precarious position that I think he's found himself in too many times today.
This is just so hard to break at this point. These siege tank contains on Entombed.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you want to have that 1 Banshee. The cloak will usually give yourself
and
away,
this is
but
it for scans.
I mean, if QXC had 1 Banshee, he could get in here and start picking these tanks off. Mule going to town trying to repair it. SCVs
yeah, here comes
are being pulled.
Break from QXC, and it looks like he will be able to hold here.
Breaking the
Not
siege
losing all
line
that
is
much
huge.
of the process as well.
And you got to keep in mind, QXC picked off 15 SCVs of his opponent. Losing 6 right now, not a big deal.
Oh no.
He's got to be careful of these
If
Vikings,
he's not
though.
careful, he's going to lose 2 of these tanks. Beautiful target firing there from Beasty.
Oh no, the Vikings are trying to take out these tanks. One remaining SCV's trying to destroy these Vikings, but just lifting off because there's no anti-air for QXC, not even a turret. And wow, I mean, 12 workers to the 15 lost. Let's check the actual count. Beasty up 57 to 47 right now.
2 SCVs. We're just meandering on over into QXC's natural. And now with the proper siege up, QXC will be able to defend this. He does need vision though, and he does not want to have to waste another scan.
Yeah, that lack of air superiority is really kicking him in the butt right now. Maybe we'll still being landed by Beastie, but
Yeah.
when you're up 10 workers, you don't need that income.
I think about how fast that changed too. Beastie was down 15 workers and now he's up 10.
Yeah, true enough, true enough. And he's got his third base up and running at this point as well, so he's got the 2 extra gas, and higher gas production is exactly what you want.
Alright, so QXC actually has an armory down now too. He's beginning Viking production again, so we'll probably see a Thor once QXC has the resources to spend on it. He's a pretty hefty siege tank count out right now.
Oh, is he going to go for the break again, pulling SCVs? Yeah. Oh, but the Vikings being landed too. This is beautiful. I think QXC will break this siege line again, though. 3 tanks remaining for Beastie, a couple Vikings.
A lot in the process, though.
But again, despite losing all this, he's got the production, he's got the minerals, he's got the resources, and he does escape with
and
1
the
tank.
Gas. I mean, that's just so beneficial for Beastie is having these 5th and 6th geysers here.
Look at the income tab. He's almost got double the gas production.
Yeah.
But you know what? While this is going on, despite how, you know, encroached and stuck into his own base QXC was, the supply counts are still fairly even.
And keep in mind too that considering the nearly 20 worker advantage for Beastie, QXC actually has the army lead at this point. Lacking air control is a big problem when you're meching in general. It's something that QXC has.
Oh, look at the third Panda! I gotta cut you off. 2 Hellions getting in here. They're gonna kill a lot of SCVs. I think Vikings is gonna be landed. Oh, no brew frame, unfortunately.
Yeah, I know. I wish. Beasties was actually finishing it momentarily, but that would not help QXC in the least. Vikings able to clean that up, but that was really cost effective. Losing those 2 Hellions for what, like 6 or 7 workers?
Yeah, bringing the count up 226 right now. QXC trying to get his 3rd up and running. There's some Marine here, so these SCVs will have to do a little bit of a civil union fighting.
And Beastie's actually going around and checking every single base here for a hidden expo, due to the fact that QXC is looking at a pretty good spot, all things considered.
Yeah, it's weird to say that, but I mean, the reality is both these players are going mech. Beastie definitely has had the air superiority all game, but he's given QXC the time to build his army up and get back into this game.
He tried to... The problem that Beastie had in that situation was he tried to commit too heavily. Those last 2 engagements where he almost forced to contain where it really wasn't supposed to work. He ended up losing 7 tanks. And if he had those 7 tanks at this point, like, it's 21 supply.
Ooh, we do have 2 starports with tech labs coming, Panda.
Yeah. I think this is what Beastie was leading towards, grabbing these additional bases. Like, you need to do something like this.
Look at Beastie's 3rd right now. I mean, I think he's in a really nice position.
Them orbitals. Yeah, definitely. You need to do something to actually be able to pressure your opponent, unless you're just sitting back and grabbing like a huge maxed army with double upgrades. We see Beastie just now starting ship weapons and +2 ground.
Yeah, I think if I want to confirm this, QXC still needs the 1 starport. Granted, it does have a reactor on it, but I mean, that's going to be hard to match the production of Beastie. Banshee's coming out too. These will be a huge asset in trying to break those siege lines.
Yeah. Unless these are battle cruisers, though. I mean, Thors are being made by QXC. And they're sitting on equal upgrades right now. Oh, nice siege position, though, for Beastie. He'll be able to protect this 4th base. And QXC's 4th now is just finishing as an orbital.
Ooh, there's a bunker block. Or, no, it's not even a block, I don't think. Over at the lower right base.
It's an ICU.
Yeah, ICU.
ICU bunker.
I guess he can't salvage that, so it's not a big deal.
Oh, this siege position for QXC, though, and look at all these mules that are gonna die.
Oh, up on the high ground. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong spot. Picking up a lot of workers. Doing what he can to even out the worker count. He can't move those things.
Though, a huge air battle going on in the middle of the map, and QXC Marines... Oh no, those are Beasties. I don't know how I confused like blue and orange. Holy
There's
crap.
so much going on right now. I'm trying to keep up with everything. We need that picture-in-picture option. Oh, but Beastie's tanks are trying to move up. QXC needs another scan.
QXC without a scan there. He does manage to pick off 2 of his opponent's tanks there. And we'll get a
third
another
one, and almost a 4th, 13 health
just
remaining.
Barely.
Not to mention one of these Vikings is very, very low, but he is moving up into the main base now. Look at this. Yeah. There's nothing at home to defend with.
Oh, look at this Banshee.
He is completely out of position, Panda.
There's no Thor forward here for QXC. And these 2 Banshees that just completed, be able to take this out.
Oh, not if the Vikings shut them down, though.
Look at this additional fleet here coming in from Beasty. And with 3 Banshees, a couple Thors even coming down now to work on these tanks, this should be the beginning of the end here for QXC.
Beastyqt getting double Ravens out behind this as well. I love that choice. Ravens definitely a huge asset to your army.
Yeah.
Eat those Thor volleys, man.
Yeah, they blocked 40 shots. Thors do fire in volleys of 6, though. I think it's 6. It's either 6 or 8.
Man, QXC's struggling to get his production back up. I think he realizes he lost a little too much in that last engage. He's got a couple units meandering around the outside of his base, ready to move, but I mean, again, he lost so much. And look at Beasty's air army. I mean, as long as he keeps these Banshees alive, albeit only 3 of them, he'll have no problem taking out QXC Siege Lions. Oh, being careful not to advance into that. You don't want to lose the Thor. How are the air upgrades? 1-0 versus 0-0.
No. Really, like, plating... I'm kind of surprised that Beasty is opting to go for ship weapons first. Generally, mech versus mech, ship plating is considered the more viable or useful upgrade because it does prevent the Thor damage as well as the ship weapons.
Oh, and QXC's little run by there not going to be effective.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. No, I take that back. Fry so many SCVs. Damn. That lack of armor does make the blue flame do so much damage. Oh my goodness, Panda. I eat my words as I say them. 47 SCVs killed now. Huge engage coming into QXC's 4th.
There are 8 orbitals on the map here. Some with almost full energy for Beasty.
Oh, and this command center will not complete. Force canceled at 99%.
QXC does have this ninja base, however, building up there. Oh, and 4 battlecruisers on the way at once.
Yeah,
this is looking to go to Beastyqt unless QXC pulls out a miraculous engagement in the near future.
Yeah, he needs way more air superiority. Like, this whole game has belonged to Beasty. QXC hasn't had a hope of staying in the air, period. And scans non-stop. 2 Hellions trying to do what QXC's been doing, but will be shut down by QXC's own Hellions. Meanwhile, Tate's going up for the high ground, taking a note out of QXC's book. Oh, pushing forward here with everything he's got.
Here comes the break. He's going to be able to crush this force, but it's really the Vikings that will prevail in the near future, especially with these 6 battlecruisers now at once.
Oh my gosh, and QXC needs to catch wind of this. You cannot be caught off guard with 400 tanks against this many battlecruisers.
He has to know at this point. I mean, he scouted his opponent's bases. He scanned some of the orbitals of Beasty.
Well, you say that, but I mean, I really would have expected to see another starport placed down anywhere in reaction, but it's just not happening.
I'm surprised. He produced a couple rounds of Thors. I think he was just...
Oh, will the battlecruisers be revealed here? I think so. Oh, not quite.
Not quite.
But look at this Beasty taking 2 more bases as well.
QXC was reacting to like a soft airplay with a little bit more siege tanks, and then you just use the siege tanks to zone out the Thors from defeating the Banshees.
Whose turrets are these coming down the middle of the map? I can't tell. They must be QXC's.
Yeah, QXC's.
Oh, look, running in here, but these are all mules that are about to die anyway, so not the biggest deal to pick them off.
Kind of doing them a favor. That way they don't
mine out the minerals, yeah. Well, he should be able to pick up a couple SCVs, hopefully, but these tanks might shut down the Hellions a little early.
Their range is just so good.
And Yamato cannon is completed.
He's gonna have 9 PCs, like, and this is the first reveal. This is the first time that QXC is seeing battlecruisers, and he's gonna see 9 with Yamato complete to just absolutely ravage these missile turrets and these Thors remaining here.
He's putting down more turrets.
And that's what QXC is primarily relying on for anti-air.
Yeah, this is kind of like Zerg putting down spine crawlers preemptively against stalkers. We just see a lot of turrets, but I mean they will be a small deterrent at best.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
we
got a Hellion contingency
with a bajillion carriers.
Oh no, this Hellion contingency is going to pick off so many SCVs. There's nothing here to defend. I don't believe this is where all of QXC's workers are at this point.
However, QXC is actually just rallying a couple Hellions out to the middle of the map, unfortunately, to leave his SCV out to die. 50 workers to 43. That's actually not too atypical for a TBT at this point in the game, but I think that considering QXC is down 3 bases,
He also has
needs a little bit of
significantly
iron.
less orbitals.
Yeah. I mean, Beasty's sitting on 10 orbitals right now.
Oh, and Beastie sees all those turrets in the middle of the map. And wow, loses a lot of Hellions for free. Jeez.
Yeah, at this point they're just a mineral sink though.
The battle cruisers, I think, are just going to completely go around the missile turrets. Although we do have a lot of energy for
can
point
totally
defense
do
drones.
this. I mean, look how full on energy those BCs are.
Yeah, not
Put
even
down
Yamatoing them,
PDs.
just A moving. Oh, Yamatoing the Thors, I love that choice. And there's the GG.
There's the